What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the what is this, the fourth episode of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe. I think episode 1, Myron Gaines, episode 2, Terrence Pop, episode 3, Kevin Samuels. Yeah, this is episode 4, season 1, episode 4. Say what?
Lucario and Steve.
Oh, Lucario and Steve. So this is episode 5. Have we really done 5 of these already? Hey, Dev, put your thing up to the mic so that we can all hear you.
Okay.
Have we really? Let's try this again. Have we? This wasn't scripted. Have we really done 5 already? Is this the 5th episode?
This would be the 5th one.
I forgot, dude. I forgot all about Lucario and Steve, and that one was a fun one. Am I wrong?
It was great. I had a good time.
Good stuff. I got a Super Bowl ring. Joining me today, of course, to my right, C Boogie of the Dom Game Division, and of course, SoloTV84. Gentlemen, listen, thank you guys very much for giving up your weekend, flying down here, or flying up here, rather, to see me. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing great. Thank you for having us here. You know what I mean? I'd gladly give up my weekend just to be here with you.
That's
and
very
whatnot,
sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Good,
you know,
of course.
Did a little bit of reconning, so let's get into it. I'm
Well,
ready.
hold on. Before we get into that, you guys sent me a picture. I actually should have put it up here, but looks like a picture of C Boogie with a couple of white girls. Like, what was going on with that? What happened with that?
We were just like I said, we were just being social.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we are not the incel type, so we like to socialize. You know what I mean? Go out.
It's interesting. This girl, I'm sitting here looking at a picture. Bug's got his arm around this chick who has a mask on that says "Blink" if you want a F word. Trying to keep it clean for YouTube. So right out the gate, you already know what she's down for. These girls aren't bad look. These girls are not bad looking, dude. These girls are not bad looking. This I don't know, man. Definitely smashable. Definitely smashable. A lot of people say I don't kiss and tell. Oh, I brag. I smashed her. So let's get into probably one of the most divisive topics when it comes to the black community, black Twitter, black YouTube. That, of course, interracial dating. I'm going to come to you first with this one, Solo, because you host a show called Snow Bunny Sundays. Now, before we get into the white girl conversation, what was the genesis of Snow Bunny Sundays, and why did you decide to do that show?
Okay, so that's a great question. So when I started Snow Bunny Sundays with Xanados Clutch, shout out to him who's my co-host, we wanted to do a show to dispel a lot of the myths that occur with interracial dating, because there's the myths that, if you go on the other side, it's, a fairy tale, roses and flowers and all that BS, right? And we wanted to give the reality that, you know what, you're still dealing with women.
Right.
It's just that they have a different skin tone.
Okay.
So we wanted to talk about that, but then we also wanted to talk about that you're not just limited to one option as a black man. And
right.
In the black manosphere, particularly in the black manosphere, that's always seems to be the case, that we're only limited to the Daggle or this particular group of women, when there are actually other groups of women that, are looking out or choosing brothers or men.
Namely white girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how that began. And I mean, we've gotten a lot of hate, alt-right emails, tons of those emails, death threats. I get incel emails sending me, pictures of phalluses that I don't wish that on anybody. Wow. So there's been a lot of, I'm not making this up. There's been a lot of goofy stuff behind the scenes that we deal with that people have no idea. But you know what? It's a great show, and I think the content speaks for itself.
The reason I love the show is because it's kind of trolly, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to trigger some people. You listen, you're going to trigger black dudes, or actually black dudes who are raised by single moms, and then, of course, you're going to trigger the sisters. Boog, what is your opinion on Snow Bunny Sundays? Do you think that was a good idea, bad idea? What's your opinion on interracial dating, more specifically between black men and white women?
All right, well, starting from the top, man. Well, first and foremost, hey, man, thank you for
of course, absolutely,
bringing us out here. The hospitality, man, was 1,000.
Thank you.
But, back to the Snow Bunny Sundays, man. Whatever floats your boat. I might have caught 1 or 2 episodes on it. And like I say, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Look, no, it's funny. I've been around the world a couple times, man. And, black men, if you're just talking about sexually, in that sexual hierarchy, man, we definitely desired, man, by all women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, across the spectrum, man. So, a lot of black guys, man, that haven't, left their neighborhoods, left their side of town, things of that nature, they actually wouldn't notice. You know what I'm saying? But even let's just take white girls per se, is levels to that too. You know, because you got your white girls that wear Jordans. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got your white girls that wear Air Force Ones. You see what I'm saying? So the culture is not different. The skin tone is just different. So I think some brothers, they get enamored just with the whiteness. And then some guys, you know, they actually can do whatever they want. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if they choose to deal with black women, they can. And they got the option to deal with white women, Hispanic women, Asian women. So it really don't matter. So I think for broke guys, let's say broke black men. I mean, like, let's keep it 1,000.
Hey, right.
You know what I mean? Because I like that word, 1,000. I think I'm going to use that for this show, 1,000.
Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, 1,000. So for more broke black guys, they wouldn't even be exposed to the upper echelons of other women of other races and cultures. Let's just be honest, because you still got to deal with the financial hierarchy. You know what I mean? You still got to deal with the provision hierarchy. So with that being said, they only going to deal with white girls that wear Jordans, white girls with black children. You see what I'm saying? White girls that are single mothers. So for me,
I call them mandingo-fied white chicks.
Say what? What'd you say?
Mandingo-fied white chicks.
Mandingo-fied? Oh my goodness.
I call them, Boogie.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Mandingo-fied white chicks. Dude, I've never heard that before. That is 17 kinds of awesome. So you got white girls you got black dudes that only deal with Mandingo-fied white girls.
well, it's like this, man. From what I see, and that's just my observation. Dog, water always going to seek its own level.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Regardless of which side of the fence you on. So with that being said, man, you know, let's not get it twisted. Like, let's say you can cap off on that scale 1 to 10 with black women. Let's say you cap off at a 7.
Okay.
Like, that's the best you can do. You ain't about to get no white girl that's a 10 if you can only get a 7 that's a black girl.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? It's always going to seek its own level. So, you know, if you dating black women that are single mothers, 9 times out of 10, you could be dating white girls that are single mothers.
There you go.
See what I'm saying?
go.
But my thing is, man, like, whatever floats your boat, dog. You see what I'm saying? Do you, man. Be happy. Of course, you're going to get some hate. I mean, it comes with everything.
Of course.
You're going to get hate from black women. You're going to get hate from other black men.
women.
You definitely going to get hate from white boys because they don't like nobody encroaching on their territory, which is understood. Well, understandable, rather. But, dog, if you can deal with everything that comes with it, I salute you.
Everything has a cost, right? And this is an interesting it's a very interesting show that you have, because you deal with the myths that specifically black men think when it comes to dating white girls. What are some of the most prevalent myths, some of the most prevalent untruths that black men as a whole seem to sort of get wrong? Because just like you said, there are some black men who think all their dreams will come true if they get to date a Becky, right? So what are some of the myths that black men who don't have experience with white girls sort of suffer from, the ones that they believe the most?
I think one of the biggest ones is that white women are easier. You know what I mean? No. Let's be clear. If you're dealing with that suburban Nicole, Andrea,
Heather,
Chantel, whatever,
right.
you're gonna deal with. She still has this feminist upbringing, right? And she's gonna be even more entitled than Kanisha from the hood because of the fact that, you know, her how she was raised and how society has treated her. You know, the princess syndrome. You've talked about that.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the biggest myths, that it's easier, because that's kind of an insult. It's actually harder because you also have the cultural difference.
That's right.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I do.
So
I do.
You know, where you have experiences as a black man that she may have never even thought about. Right. You know what I mean? And, you know, with a black woman, she'll be able to relate to that. But with white women, they really don't have to think about racism or stuff like that. And not until, you know, I remember I interviewed a white woman about that, and she said that I didn't know about racism until my boyfriend pointed it out, you know, the looks and stuff like that. And then she became aware of that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's one of them. Another one is, for example, and this is on the flip side, that black men, we only get the you know, the fat white women, right?
Okay.
And that's just not true. I mean, I'm dealing with white women that, I mean, I like white women with curves, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that, you know, you dealing with the type of women like Boog just said, water seeks its own level.
That's right.
However, I personally believe that as a black man, if you have your shit together, excuse my language, you can elevate a bit dating outside. But
100.
once again, that's based off of your experience, your vernacular as a man, and whatnot. But also, what are some other myths? I know I'm forgetting some.
I can tell you this right now.
Right.
I won't really point out a myth, but I'll point out some of the, I don't want to say unexpected issues that come with dating white girls. For black men out there who have never dated white girls, and you pointed out a good one, is white girls, and this isn't their fault because they're white girls, right? And let's keep it 1,000, right? White women in America live the best lives of any class of human on the planet. They live lives of privilege. They almost never have adversity. And if they do, the world is, oh my God, I don't have a Wi-Fi password. They don't have the mochaccino latte chai that I get every day before I go and sit in my cushy office.
Too long.
I swear to God, it's always something. Dev is the same way. I mean, listen, there was a light at Dev's old place when I used to come and visit her. And it was it was right at the side of her place. And at the light, it says, you can't make a right on red. So I'm driving her car. She's like, just go ahead and blow through it. I do all the time. I'm like, Devin, I'm a black man. You a white girl.
Yes.
Cops treat you differently. Nah. The cops in this city are totally cool, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, have you heard nothing I said? And again, I didn't get upset with her because she just doesn't know. So and I've actually talked about this on episode, I think 13 or 14, way back in the day. So we're watching live PD. And Dev still had no idea. She still she never fought me on it, but she's like, okay, whatever you say.
Right.
So there's this white girl driving this beat up Jeep in New Mexico. This cop sees her pull off to the side, right?
Right.
So what cops do when somebody sees a cop behind them, switch lanes, or they think they're trying to get away from them so they don't run their tags and pull up warrants and tickets and all that. Right. So he goes into the parking lot and, he pulls the girl over. This girl had a suspended driver's license. She had a warrant out for her arrest. She had cocaine and crystal meth, no insurance. You want to know what he did with this girl? He let her walk. He towed her car, but he did not take her to jail. Devin was beside her, so she's like, oh my God, you were absolutely. I was like, listen, if that were a black dude, that situation probably would have ended very, very differently. Yeah. So I think what black men have to understand is that white girls may love you to the core, but they will never understand, nor should they, that we as black men, we live in a different America than white girls. And you shouldn't expect white girls to want, no. Let white girls be white girls. Let them be that because to me, that's part of the allure, right? Just the ignorance and the blissfulness and the naivety. That's kind of what makes them attractive because they don't have a care in the world, right?
Well, not to cut you off, bro.
No, go ahead.
But now that's one of the things that I kind of push back against because some brothers, they kind of develop this attitude over time when they dating outside of their race that this is almost freedom. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be You got to be careful with that shit, man. That's one of the most dangerous. Excuse me, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is not staying on YouTube.
Okay. Well, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. So, but you really got to be careful with that shit, man. A lot of dudes, man, and I've seen this time and time again because, in the military, man, it's a lot of interracial dating.
Of course.
I would say the majority. Like, you're a military baby.
Dude. Yeah, of course.
So, at the end of the day, one, you're not going to escape being a black man. Matter of fact, it might even get worse if you rolling up. Let's say you work in corporate America, right?
Oh, my God.
Real talk. Like, let's say you work in corporate America, Donovan, and, dog, you sitting at your desk, and let's say the white VP come in your office, and the picture like you and Rolo of a busty white blonde with some huge titties with the big pink areolas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the big pink ones, though.
The ones you can see, yeah.
Dog, your time at that job might be a little bit harder.
I'm trying to tell you.
See what I'm saying? So, you got to be careful with how you're moving. I would say walk light. You see what I'm saying? Always be cognizant of what you're doing because everybody is not going to like it.
Right.
So you always got to deal with that aspect. But just to cap it off, man, as a black man, dog, if you're going interracial date, understand what you're getting into. Don't get caught up in the allure. Don't get caught up in the hype of it.
Right.
Where though, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas though is you start pedestalizing these women.
Jesus Christ.
And at that point, do you think a white woman is going to have respect for you that you only with her just because she's white and you giving all kind of freedoms and your leash is a lot longer for her than you would have of a woman that's your own race. I'm saying,
Yeah.
dog. She's gonna lose respect for you off top, man, and you're gonna have some problems in that relationship, man. So just treat her as any other woman.
Right.
Y'all have a good time, and life is good.
You said it earlier, women are women. It doesn't matter what their race is. If you pedestalize any woman, black, white, Latina, Asian, doesn't matter, she's going to lose respect for you. That, to me, that's all there is to it. I'm not really sure, because you and I follow sports. A while back, there's a black college football coach. His name was Turner Gill. He was coaching at the University of Buffalo. He wanted to coach in the SEC, right? That's the Southeastern Conference. That's down there, Alabama, Mississippi. Word on the street was that he didn't get the job because Turner Gill was married. Oh, actually, it was Auburn. He wanted to be the coach at Auburn. Okay. They gave the job to Gus Malzahn, apparently, and of course they didn't admit this out loud, but word around the campfire is that Turner Gill didn't get the job because as a black man, he was married to a white girl, and they did not want him to be the head coach. Talk to the audience, Solo, about some of the downsides. Listen, Boogie already talked about one. There is there is going to be clear dissension. Not all white guys are going to down you for dating white girls. The only white guys who will look not down and sort of hate on you for dating white girls is because they can't get white girls like you can. Right. But talk about some of the other downsides that brothers who have never dated white girls sort of need to be aware of. Yeah,
so here's the thing. This is one of the biggest ones me and Xanados Clutch always talk about is you got dealing with her parents. You got to deal with that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that can be a traumatic experience, Donovan. I remember one time I was dating a girl back, this was like 2013, and I met her mother, and I was sweating. I mean, the sweat was pouring.
It's not really mom. Is it mom you have to worry about, or is it, because for me it was dad. Mom's always loved me, but dad was always.
Well, here's the funny part. So her parents were divorced, so I had to meet the parents separately. Oh, wow. The dad actually was cool, but it was the mom grilling me. And here's the part that what happened was before she dated me, she dated some bum dude who kind of played her. So her mom was like, leave those black guys alone, you know?
Right, leave those niggers alone. You know what happens.
And so when I'm sitting there, the mom is grilling me. Like, what are your intentions with my daughter?
I'm trying to fuck your daughter, ma'am. Thank you.
You know, and I'm just,
just keep it real.
I'm just sweating because, you know, I'm in a nice neighborhood in the suburbs.
Sure,
this ain't we're not in no dumpy place. You know, like Eden Prairie, Minnesota, Lakes of Minnetonka. When you hear Prince talk like that, that's a nice area, right?
Okay.
So, you know, so you got to deal with the parents, for example. Another white girl I dated, her parents were like farmers, like they had horses and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And look, I'm a black guy. I've never ridden a horse. Well, maybe when I was 5 years old. And so now here I am with these horses, and they're talking about baling hay and all this. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds great. Right. You know, I'm trying to bale. Have you ever baled hay, bro?
No, I have not.
Like, yo, like, you know, and the dad, he was shit testing me. Like,
was he?
Making me do this work. Now, here I am dressed nice. Not as nice as I'm dressed today.
Right, you're looking clean today, right?
Yeah, he had me do farm work, and he just wanted to see, like, okay, can you keep up? Can you do this? Sure. Other things you have to deal with is, you know, okay, Donovan, you know this one. If, let's say the white girl is ugly, nobody cares, right? If she's fat or ugly, nobody cares. But if she's hot,
everybody cares.
All of a sudden, it's kind of like, why is she with him? And you'll get that from the white guys, and you might even get that from the black men as well. Your fellow brothers, they might be like, yo,
they'll hate on you.
How did you bag this chick and blah blah blah, right?
She's got to be a whore. She a prostitute. What kind of? Yeah, it's always something. They always try to qualify.
Yeah, so you got to deal with that, and then you got to deal with your own parents or your own family members. Like, why are you always dating white girls? Or, well, sisters ain't good enough for you.
Yep.
So you got to deal with that. I mean, some people say, well, this sounds stereotypical, but these things happen.
Yes.
And I'm speaking from experience, not just mine, but other black men as well. You know, and so the reality is too, like when Boog was just talking about the job situation. Do you think Obama would have been president if his wife was white? Let's take it there. You know what I mean?
Listen, do you think Obama would have been president if his mother was black? Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't just say that. Look, Boog's like, I don't want.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna get to the super chats in just a second. Devin's parents obviously are white. Typical white girl, blonde, raised in South Florida. Fun in the sun, blah 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 blah. Devin's father loves me to death, can't get enough of me. I know everything about sports, can't get it, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? If this is, how old is Dev now, 36? If this is 16-year-old Devin and I'm 18-year-old Donovan,
Right.
Dad would not have liked me.
Right.
And Devin readily, listen, she says, listen, if you and I were dating back when we were teenagers, Dad would not have liked you.
My dad would have grounded me for a year.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You see? That's just the reality of the situation. Right. Let me get your opinion on this, Boog, because you have a unique way of thinking about these things. This is what my theory is. I think that for the most part, I don't think it's across the board, but I think, and I've done episodes on this before, but I believe that when it comes to interracial dating between black males and Caucasian females, pretty white girls, right? Because nobody gives a damn about ugly, fat white girls. Let's just be honest. Pretty white girls, when it comes to that, it's always the parent of the opposite sex. So when a black boy is dating a white girl, who has more of a problem with it? It's mom, right? Yeah. The black mom, black dad is like, hey, high five, go ahead and get those Beckys and Tanyas and Susans. Right. When it comes to the white girls, moms don't normally have a problem with it. It's the dad who has the problem. This is my theory, Boogie. I think that when they make their choices, it's a slap in the face, and for good reason. Black boys who end up dating white women, I think, speaks to the failure of the black mother. Because the black mother is the first female that a black boy has a relationship with. Right. And if the black mother is not the epitome of femininity, it's not like we're told as boys what to like. We know what we like, right? So if his mom is masculine and bossy all the time, he's going to gravitate towards girls who are not like that. Yeah. Same with white girls. If the white father is kind of a beta male and kind of gets kicked around all the time, bossed, talked down by his wife, she's not going to seek weak white guy. She's going to seek masculinity. Well, she's going to go to the opposite side of the spectrum. So my theory is this: interracial dating between black males and white females speaks to the failure of white fathers and black mothers. What say you?
You said a lot. Now, let's take a white father, right?
Okay.
We're going back to that word 1,000 again, because we keeping it 1,000. So, a white father, let's say a well-to-do white dad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Solidly middle class. Worked his whole life, maybe even run a business. Black men in this country, for better or for worse, man, we don't have the best reputation.
No, we do not.
Let's just going to keep it 1,000. So, he's going to automatically be apprehensive, man. All right, he's going to grill you. What are you about? Can you provide and protect? Now, these things are fundamentals regardless of race. Of course. Can you provide? Can you protect? What are you about? What kind of family are you from?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because all of this matters. Yes. How have you been conditioned to treat my daughter? Let's say you a black guy from an urban environment, from the hood. You see what I'm saying? From the hood. Then obviously, if you dating a white girl from solidly middle class, dog, there's going to be some issues. For one, the cultural differences.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? If you go to her family, Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays, dog.
Oh, my God.
The psychological strain that's going to put on that brother, dog, he's going to be 2 floors from the. No, real talk, man.
No, you're right.
This motherfucker going to be 2 floors from Bellevue, man. Like, he's going to be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because, no, real talk, because he never had tuna casserole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With extra, no, yeah, like, cause y'all love mayonnaise. Yo, we keeping it 1,000.
Let's keep it 1,000.
Like, he never had that kind of shit. But what's going to happen is too, man. Like, the biggest thing of all, dog, is the white family of that woman. They gonna try so hard not to offend you. You see what I'm saying? It's almost going to be uncomfortable. Like, and then you going to try so hard not to offend that culture. You see what I'm saying? Like, and until you do this thing 8, 9, 10 times where everybody just learn the triggers, where everybody respects each other culture, man, they going to be on eggshells. You going to be on eggshells. Yeah, and, man, that's tough. And the woman, she's like in the middle, man. She's in this very strange place. Like, well, what do I do? How can I comfort my man? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I make him feel comfortable? But I'm still white, and this is still my family. Like, we haven't did anything wrong. So it's just one of them ill dynamics, man, that a lot of brothers, man,
They don't see it coming. They don't understand.
You're going to have to see those landmines, dog. And a lot of dudes step into it. They haven't been properly briefed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you got to be.
They don't have that intel, right?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, to sum it all up, dog, I would say it like this, man, for any brother. If you dating outside of your race, man, 1,000%, make sure it's for the right reason.
Yes.
And if it's for the right reasons, dog, you coming into it with good energy.
Yep.
And a lot of this shit you can avoid, man. But if you doing it to one, just worshiping her creamy white skin, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. If you're doing it because of that, or if you're doing it out of spite of sisters and shit, dog, your energy coming into it is going to be so bad that eventually a lot of that shit going to crumble. It's going to fall apart. But for the average brother, average every day, 40 hours a week, going to work, stop looking at these goddamn athletes, man.
Oh,
That shit ain't nothing but women practicing hypergamy.
that's all.
Regardless
Yep.
of race, man.
Yep.
Stop looking at these athletes and what they doing. Dog, obviously a white father is going to take it easy on a guy that's bringing in $30 million a year.
Of course he is, right.
And
Of
look,
course he is.
one more thing before I let y'all go. If you are an athlete, or fuck an athlete, even an engineer, doctor, lawyer,
Sure.
the white dad is going to be looking at you as a resource
There you go.
because they think business first.
That's right.
So you got to understand, man, you got to know how to play these things, and you got to be savvy.
Dev, what you got?
I just wanted to say that if the tuna casserole doesn't have the crushed up potato chips, Lay's potato chips on the top of it, run.
Run,
Yeah.
head for the hills. Pew.
I'm not eating no tuna
Crushed
casserole.
up potato. Crushed up.
I'll pass.
Wow.
What is
I'll
up
stick
with
with the
y'all and
salad.
mayonnaise? Can you explain the mayonnaise theory for me, please?
Miracle Whip or mayonnaise?
See, I'm
See,
already
there it is.
confused.
See, there it is.
There's a
Right.
difference.
Listen, that's white people shit right there. Listen, whenever we go to Chick-fil-A, Devin always gets like an extra packet of mayonnaise because she just loves
Right.
She loves it. Now, to be honest with you,
Four
I do.
packets of mayonnaise.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm
Okay.
a ranch guy, so
Oh, wow.
I like my ranch.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I like ranch very much. I like the homemade ranch. I don't like the stuff that comes in the. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, but I'm gonna get to these super chats first. Jason Bravo with the $50 super chat. He says, "Sincere thanks to SoloTV84. After my last relationship ended back in 2016, I was crushed and questioning the general idea of long-term relationships and women. I stumbled on your content, which led me to the Red Pill and many other channels. You helped change my life." All right, well, good for him, man. Mr. Lucario with the $20 super chat. Of course, Mr. Lucario was in you guys' seat not even a week ago.
That's my brother. Salute. to
Yes,
him.
sir. Dalawasha with the $5 looks like a hippo sticker of some sort. I do appreciate that. I remember I dated a pretty white girl in high school.
Yeah.
Dude, blonde hair, green eyes, smart girl, blah 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 blah. Well, the thing is that Mom loved me to death, right? Mom loved me because I was smart. I graduated second in my class. I was the salutatorian. I made straight A's all the way from 5th grade all the way through high school. I finished with a 4.15 GPA. Well, Dad knew I was smart, but he tried not to like me, right? Because of course I'm a black, and of course now I'm not a street nigga, I'm not a hood nigga, but I'm still black.
Hella nigga.
Right, exactly. And he was never disrespectful to me, but he made things incredibly difficult. I don't know. It was weird. Maybe, I was in high school, right? You know, young love, whatever the case may be. So I didn't really take any offense to it, at least not that I think of. My mom, on the other hand, my mom was in my grill all the time. She couldn't stand I was dating this chick. This family took me, they took me water skiing. I was like, what in the world? And again, I'm not a hood nigga, but they took me water skiing for the first time. Dude, it was absolutely crazy. But it's interesting. I think about that now. And if I were to ever I lived in Durham and I went to a high school out there. If I were ever to see her father, I would look at him. You know what, Ed? I understand. I get it. And I'm not saying that I understand why he made things difficult. I get it. Like, I understand the racial connotations. Obviously, we're having sex. What if she gets pregnant? Her life is over. She's got a mixed baby at 16 years old. It's a wrap. So I understand. I completely understand that. What are your thoughts? What do you say to the white dads out there who are hard on brothers who are dating their pretty white girls? Do you understand, or are you just saying, listen, fuck y'all? Like, it is what it is.
Donovan, I mean, you and I both have made a video on this called
Yes, we have.
Once You Go Black,
you can't go back, right?
You know what I mean? So one thing you got to realize is, and I understand, if you're a white father and you see your white daughter dating out, most people want to have kids that look like them, or they want to, they as a white father, you want your daughter to be with the best man possible.
Right.
And like Boog said just earlier, black men, we don't have a good reputation in this country.
Right.
We're known as being lazy. We're known as being woman beaters. We're known as being criminals.
Right.
Let's just be honest.
Right.
Let's keep it 1,000. And so as a white father, they might feel like I failed because she's with this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I failed my.
This is why black mothers have such an adverse reaction.
Right.
Oh my God, Jamal is dating Hannah.
Yeah.
I failed. Yeah.
And the reality is that, and let's be honest too, Donovan, sometimes white girls, they go through a phase where they want to be rebellious.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
She's not taking you home to daddy because she really likes you. She just wants to stick it in his face because they have whatever family issues they have. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's also underlying politics involved that you may not be privy to unless you're able to discern. Go ahead, Boog. I see one.
Oh, nah, man, because I didn't want to forget, but you spoke on it. And I want you to expound on that. The whole dynamic of her want to stick it to our dad. You know what I'm saying? And then also, too, how do you feel, like you personally, like you too, Donovan, like how do you feel as a black man knowing that you were a white girl and you the token nigga, you the token Negro? Like, how does that play on your psyche, dog? Or do you don't give a fuck? You just happy to get your dick sucked? Like, how did that feel?
When I was younger, it used to play on my psyche, right? I'm 16, 17, 21, 22 years old. It used to play on my psyche, but I'm older now, right? Like, I have more experience. I don't know. I guess in retrospect, I used to give more shits, right? But guess what? I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't embody some of the negative stereotypes of black men. Listen, who knows? I might have a couple of kids running around in Vegas. I mean, I never know. I am a multiple-time convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? So now you wouldn't know
Donovan,
that by
are you saying you shut the club up, bro?
I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what I mean?
But I think a lot of brothers take offense to, with the stereotypes. Listen, stereotypes exist for a reason, but it used to play on my psyche when I was younger. But now that I'm 43 years old, I just don't care. Like, and listen, man, I used to stroll by with my, Devin, I need you to quit sending me the super chats. I can see them. Jesus Christ, she's killing me over here. Like, my freaking thing is blown up. It used to bother me when black women used to shoot me the dirty looks. Yeah. Now, I don't give a shit. As a matter of fact, I'm looking. Please look. There you go. You're looking. What are your thoughts on the black women who shoot you dirty looks when you walk by with your fair-skinned counterpart?
I really don't care. I mean, I don't, because at the end of the day, if I was walking by myself, they wouldn't give a shit. So
right. That's
why
true.
does it matter now if I'm walking with Nicole, Amber, Andrea, or whoever? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I really don't care. In regards to the token thing that Boogie is talking about, me and Boogie had a conversation yesterday about who our top 5 favorite hip-hop artists are or rappers are. There's a lot of things, just because I speak properly doesn't mean I still don't have my nigga side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But only in the black community, Donovan, do we do that where, you're trying to sound white, or you trying to be white, or you act like you're white. Just listen, can't we be multifaceted? Can't I like anime, alternative rock music, and maybe white women or all
evidently
types of women?
not.
Yeah, you can't. So only in the black community do they pighole you in a certain box and you can't get out of it.
Right.
Why can't I listen to rock music?
Right.
Why can't I watch anime? And why can't I listen to hip hop music? Why can't that make me multifaceted?
Right.
But only the black community are we supposed to be just one certain way? Oh, you got to be a hood nigga. Oh, you got to be like this. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I can still go on the street and mingle with street people, or I can go into the corporate office.
Right.
Because of who I am as a person. But to me personally, it doesn't bother me. It's all about being comfortable with yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then in regards to the rebellious side, Boogie, I want to address that a bit. Let's be honest. There's going to be a lot of white women, and Donovan, I know you can attest to that, where you're never going to meet their parents.
Oh,
period.
no.
There's been a couple white girls where it's just like, she comes only over when it's midnight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's going to be situations like that. You're never going to meet her parents. And here's the thing, and Donovan, I know you can relate to this. I remember there was this white girl that I used to be cool with, and she did some modeling and stuff like that back in the day. And then what happened, she always used to mess with black guys, right? And then she went to, then she went to Europe. She got kicked out for doing some illegal stuff. And then she came back and started dealing with just like hood niggas. And this is like a white girl from the suburbs, like, just like, just a white girl.
Right.
But she didn't know who she was. So some white girls go through like an identity crisis.
Yes.
Where they want to be part of something. So she was going through like dealing with hood nigga phase or dealing with, rich black man phase. Guess what, Donovan? All the niggas that she ran through, she ended up marrying a white guy. Right?
Wow.
She ended up marrying a white guy. But the question is, does the white guy know how she used to be? That's the question that,
Check this out. There is no question. There's no way he can know. And you want to know why I know he doesn't know? I don't know who you're talking about, but my guess is that she's probably half decent looking, right?
Right.
Listen, I have a friend, Devin, you actually met this girl when we went to Reno. Do you remember Carly? Okay, so Carly, she's a good friend of mine. I knew her when I was in Vegas. I never messed with her, but I moved to Reno and she moved to Reno years later. Her sister is married to high-powered lawyer. Dude, senior partner at a law firm, blah, 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 blah. And I remember one time I was over there and, dude, beautiful house, like 6,000 square feet. I mean, all the rest of it. I mean, you guys know how the story goes. And so I remember we were talking about her sister. Yeah, she went to college. Yeah, she used to mess with black guys. Like, are you serious? Does her husband know? She looked at me. She says, no, he doesn't. And she says she will take that secret to her grave. Yeah. She says he can never, ever, ever know. Why do you think that is, Bug? Is this because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like, I've banged so many freaking white girls, but I don't gravitate towards white girls that just mess with hood niggas. I don't like the vibe. I don't like the steez. I don't like the bubble gum big hoop with the smoking of the Newports and wearing the Jordans. Like, I don't like that. Yeah, Mandingo-fied. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Like my thoughts on white girls that only date niggas?
Yeah. But then they go back to white guys?
But they go back, they always go back to white guys, don't they? Always do.
Unless she ends up getting knocked up or marrying them.
If she gets knocked up, it's over. It's over. It's over. I'm telling you, man, it's over.
I mean, like my experience was this, man. So when I first joined the military, like me coming from inner city Baltimore, this was the first time in my life, dog, where I got exposed to people from the West Coast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like real talk. From the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
I mean, just all over the world, right?
And they're different people, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about just all type of shit.
Here, pull your mic a little closer.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. There you
go.
I'm
good? All right, thank you. So, boom. So now for the first time in my life, being a young man, I'm being exposed to people from all over. And the biggest thing I noticed was the racial curiosity. And to be fair, it wasn't just with white women. You know what I mean? The Hispanic girls, the Asian girls, so forth and so forth, right? And so the military, if anybody know anything about that life, it could be one big orgy. Truth be told. Of course. It could be one big orgy. A lot of people are in open marriages and shit like that. But, dog, a lot of the girls, like let's say when I was in AIT, a lot of the girls, man, a lot of the white girls was running through the barracks because for the first time, they've been exposed. I'm talking about brothers. Like they've seen brothers on TV. They've seen brothers
in magazines.
Yeah, magazines, shit like that. Or for the first time, now they've been exposed to niggas.
Yep.
So even if they've been exposed to brothers before, it was Bartholomew. You know what I mean? Those
right. Rufus.
Yeah, but they haven't
Theodore.
been exposed to Daquan.
Right,
you know what I mean? So they really curious now. Okay. Now they know I can never, ever, ever take this nigga home.
Do it.
I cannot take him back to Nebraska. Not gonna happen, right?
Nebraska.
Shout out to the
Minnesota.
Shout out to the Cornhuskers. But at the end of the day, they know. I mean, it's embedded in that DNA.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The whole town is going to rebel against that one girl because she brought Daquan back to Nebraska. But at the end of the day, man, it's one of them things like people want what they can't have, dog.
Okay.
Straight up and down. So if she been told her whole life, stay away from that. Well, even if she been told indirectly,
Oh, there you go.
stay away from that. You see what I'm saying? Or
And then she's in the barracks.
now the bitch is
Man.
in the barracks. Now she's seeing dudes walk around with their shirts off. You know the brothers, niggas is cut up.
Of course,
They got
of
the
course.
tattoos.
Right.
You know what I mean? They see the dick print. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what they looking for.
Of course.
It's great sweatpants season now.
Yep.
You
Yes,
see
it
what I'm
is.
saying? So, like, they see all that type of shit, man, and they get curious. A lot of them get addicted to it.
Yep.
And it's off to the races, man. But, dog, this is one of the craziest dynamics in regards to dating, man, is white women and black men. We talking about going back to chattel slavery, dog.
Yep.
It's never going to go anywhere.
Nope.
Black women hate it. White men, a lot of white men hate it. We don't keep it 1,000. A lot of white men hate it. And everybody else is kind of like indifferent and shit. But the thing is about white women, I'm going to cap it off with this, dog. The thing is about white women, man, is that it's not just brothers. A lot of Hispanic guys come to this country. They just worship white women.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of going through their phase and shit. And I see it all the time, man. A lot of Hispanic
Indian guys.
Indian, Asian guys,
A lot
they
of Indian
worship
guys.
white women, man.
So white women, you made a perfect point in the beginning of this live stream. White women have it the easiest because they'll never, ever, ever go without a mate.
That's right.
Donovan, can I tell a quick story real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead, man.
So back in the late 90s in a small town near Duluth, Minnesota, which is way up north, right?
Yeah.
There was I forgot the exact town, but there was a college football team that finally they had black men coming there. This was the late 90s. The white women were getting banged so much by these black guys, right? That they were ending up getting pregnant. I mean, these white girls were getting ran through to the point, Donovan, that the parents had to send, they're like, what's going on? Because so many white girls were getting pregnant.
Right.
Because the brothers, they never
They're
had
smashing.
Yeah, they didn't ever have black men up there. And the brothers were just smashing these women with the force of 10,000 Thors, literally, right?
Right.
So what happened is some of the parents then took their daughters to mental institutions because they thought they were crazy. And so this is not a myth. This is this was a very well-known story that the white women were so and they actually have a propaganda piece. Stop dealing with black guys because it got so bad. Wow. Because the white girls were just getting pregnant and the brothers were just running through them. Like, yeah.
That's crazy. A mental, and it's interesting because I think the people who would be behind those are white guys and black women. Okay, listen, something's got to stop.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't just one white woman or two. It was
It's all of them.
There was like 10, 20 white women. They sent them to mental institution because they thought something was wrong with them.
Wow.
And I don't want to make it about that, but I think this is the first time those girls really, got bottomed out, if you know what I'm saying. Like, if
Hey, man, when they get bottomed out, they get bottomed out. Let me read some of these super chats here. Jeepers Creepers, $5. Says, big fan of C Boogie since 2016. Introduced me to the Red Pill. Finding Donovan brought me full circle. Salute to the panel. Boog, thanks for your service. Appreciate that. Amos Brown, $20, says, I've dated attractive black, white, and Latinas, and they're all the same when it boils down to the basics. And I had a very difficult time in corporate America, but things are much easier for me now that I am my own, now that I have my own business. Yeah, good for that guy. Supremo, $5, says, multifaceted isn't allowed in the black community. I'm in an area where some white folks can't deal with blacks with a broad vocabulary. This is the crux of the situation about guys like us. We're too black for white people and too white for black people.
Right.
He said something about multifaceted. Why is it, Boogie, that niggas, let's just keep it real, niggas want to pigeonhole us? And listen, if you don't sound a certain way, if you don't do this, then you ain't black. Or there are some content creators who shall remain nameless, and I'm really not going to say anything this time, who say, well, if you date white women, you shouldn't speak on black women. What are your thoughts on stuff like that?
Keep it 1,000, Boogie.
Oh, no, I always keep it 1,000. Look, black people, our racial identity is attached to struggle, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 1,000, right?
Right.
It's attached to struggle. And in a lot of ways, rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, even to this day, you know what I'm saying? We still we still have a lot of
Stuff.
racial tension in this country, man. So, like with that being said, excuse me, with a lot of guys, man, we just gonna call them progressive black men.
Okay.
Go to college, or even military, or start businesses. You know, they want to move into safer neighborhoods, of course, like anybody, like any sensible person. You know, like they just want to get away from the dysfunction. You know, we got the crabs in the barrel piece going on, man. I mean, like, you even see this shit on YouTube.
Oh, dude, it's all over YouTube, man. You kidding me?
One more time, we're keeping it 1,000. So, like, with that being said, man, a lot of people, they don't want to see you progress, man.
Nope.
It's just simple as that for me, from my observations. And it's a lot of nuance in there that I don't really want to get into. I'll be talking for 2 hours, man. But just off my basic, offhand observations, man, we got the crab in the barrel hardcore. And then, you know, you got a lot of dudes that do get progressive, and I've experienced this firsthand. You know what I mean? Like when they start blazing trails or go through certain doors, they shut the door behind them because they don't want any more brothers. So we you know, as black men, we have a lot of issues in our ranks because, man, we all at the bottom fighting for the pennies, man. We all at the bottom, you know, trying to get ahead, man. So the crabs in the barrel, man, that shit is alive and well, man. I don't like it one iota.
No, me neither,
You
man.
see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, like we got 3 brothers here today. I mean, we all here on one mission.
Right.
You know what I mean? To progress. That's it. To blaze more trails, to make some shit happen. But you know, man, that gravitational pull to keep you down is so hardcore. And in white America, you got so many different lanes for, let's say, for people that don't fit in. You know what I mean? So you got like geek clubs, you got
preps.
You know, you got golf.
Yeah.
You know, you got the skateboarders, you got the surfers.
Yeah.
You know,
the skaters. Yeah, right.
In black, and it's promoted.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's funded. They got resources behind it. But in black America, you a hood nigga,
or you're not,
or you Bartholomew. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
like let's just keep it 1,000 and shit. So with that being said, the part that we got to play, man, is create different avenues where brothers can be comfortable, where brothers can get their voice be heard. Let their voice be heard as if they are, well, just like the white culture, where they have different lanes and everybody can be happy and you're not stepping on each other's toes, man. You see what I'm saying? But with the media, you know, movies, TV, all that shit, dog, you either Bartholomew or you Daquan a lot of times, man. Like, a lot of times you're not going to see somebody in the middle that can navigate both worlds, man, like us. Like, you're just not going to see that shit, man. And that's something that we got to do a better part of. And I think YouTube and social media, man,
that is a microcosm of all of that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to help, man. You know what I mean? So give it some time. Like, you know, just give it some time, man. We start blazing more trails, man, where dudes can get in where they fit in, man.
I tried doing this when I first came to YouTube, right? I tried it. Dude, I tried to, you know, I tried to pay my dues and I tried to be in there with the black community and all this other kind of stuff. And that ended very badly, right? But I'm not giving up. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm never working with these dudes again. But that's exactly what I seek to do with what I'm doing here, is to sort of take us in another direction. So the king of the black manosphere, this is to you. Today, what's today's date, Devin? October 3rd. I am hereby commandeering black YouTube and the Negro manosphere from you. You, my friend, are no longer in charge. You seek to entertain. I seek to educate. Okay? You can do whatever it is you want to do, but you are no longer, I'm not saying that I'm the authority. You are no longer the authority. And I think it's obvious to everyone around. So consider yourself removed from what you believe is power. What are your thoughts on the direction we can take, I guess, black youth? And again, I hate to use race, but race is a factor. What can we do better to make sure that we have the brothers who really want to learn? Because listen, there's nothing wrong if you want to be entertained, right?
Right.
I'm not an entertainment guy. I seek to educate. And I think that when we deal with brothers who only want to be entertained, niggas, they make themselves known reasonably quickly, right? So how can we sort of weed out the niggas from the black men who want to excel and take this thing in another direction to the point to where we can start respecting each other? Like, I'm done with the in-house hate. Like, it's all of that stuff is over with as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Donovan, first, and I might be a bit long-winded, but I got to be. But, you know, Donovan, I remember when you first started at Return of the Kings, when I was doing my blog, The Soloist, and the way you would put your blog together. I mean, you were the king of the 5 reasons why.
Sure.
5, 10 reasons, this and
Right.
that. I got that shit from Donovan.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no cap. Because, you know, he was doing that at Return of the Kings back in 2013, 2014. And you were talking about a lot of issues that are now being talked about on Black YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of issues. You were talking about that on the
Return of Kings?
blogs.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And now, you know, you look at it. Now, I was talking about some of this stuff as well, like the
Sure.
Mandingo-fied white chicks, the different type of white girls that brothers deal with, stuff
That's
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah, right.
And when you look at that, and I like what Boogie said, and this is why I wanted to come back to this. One of the reasons I started Snow Bunny Sundays, and this is no disrespect to anybody, I know people will come after me, but there's a certain group in YouTube who kind of pedestalize, you know, non-black women. And I think, Boogie, you know what group I'm talking about.
Yes.
They pedestalize non-black women, and they make it sound like, oh, yeah, this is so great, so this and that, but they never show any receipts of the white women that they're dealing with. I mean, I can get a picture from Pinterest or whatever of a black and white couple and make that shit look fly, but that shit don't mean anything.
Right,
So when
right.
I started Donovan YouTubing in 2015, and I was having pictures of me and white women.
That's right.
I was dealing, not necessarily I was dealing with on an intimate level, but
Sure.
white women that were part of my social circle or
Sure.
that I had approached. Everybody was like, whoa, buddy, slow down there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so this goes back to your question about how can we educate. Some people are just going to get left behind, Donovan.
Right.
That's just the freaking truth.
And it's sad because we want to bring everybody along, right? Like
right.
we do, but it can't be done.
Right.
Listen, we tried. Like, dude, listen, man, I tried. We all tried. But at the end of the day, this ain't for everybody. Some people just want to be niggas. That's all there's to it.
But here's the thing, Donovan, and this is why I got to give you kudos, and I've said this to you privately, and I'll say it publicly. And Donovan, by the way, I remember when your channel kept getting shut down, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, 2019, you just
Kept
knocking
grinding.
it out, knocking
Yeah.
it out. And then, you know, Donovan, it was kind of like I was running and I could see you behind me, right? I was
Right.
like, damn, this guy's catching up. And then Donovan just blew right by me. No cap. But guess what, Donovan? At that point, because even though you and I, we had done a couple live streams together, which, by the way, every time we did a live stream, I had to take it down because you had Devin's ass all over the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
God almighty.
I was like, come on, Donovan, I'm trying to
my
keep
God,
this
yes.
up. But you know what, Donovan? You did something really solid. When you started the 7
Yeah.
and you reached out to me and you said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Because at that point, I mean, you big now, but you weren't as big. Well, you're still big. Well, but at that point,
Sure.
you're bigger now than you were when you reached out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But you could have said, man, fuck. After your experiences in the black manosphere,
Sure.
you could have said, yo, fuck Solo, fuck these other niggas. I'm just doing me. But no. Donovan, you reached up and you're like, you know what? I want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, look, I hate to say this, but we're keeping it 1,000, right? We're all part of the manosphere.
That's right.
But the black manosphere got started because the white manosphere wasn't really speaking for us.
Right.
And I don't have any beef with the white manosphere. I got a lot of respect for them. But we had to make our own way. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, Donovan, obviously, Roosh, you started from you know, over there and you know, with Rolo and them, you got that look, but not all of us got that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And the
I was
fact that-
fortunate.
And the fact of the matter is, even I remember when you were doing the blog, you were getting a lot of hate when you were talking about interracial dating.
Sure.
You could have been like, you know what? Let me play along to get along because I know it's a wide audience, so
Sure.
let me not even talk about this stuff. But no, Donovan, you kept pushing that. You
Yeah.
kept pushing that. And I know I've done it as well. And I got not just, you know, pushback from the outright guys, especially when I made that Lauren Southern video. Ooh, they were
Ooh,
big
God.
mad.
Oh, Jesus,
They
yes.
were big mad. But also pushback from the brothers like,
Yep.
yo, what's going on, Solo? What's up with that picture of you and that blonde? We don't do that over here.
Right.
And back in 2015, 2016. So the reality is, Donovan, you could have said, you know what? Fuck these guys. I'm just doing me. Let me get my money. Let me and Devin lived the best life. No, but instead you decided, yo, let me reach out to the brothers and do this. And now you got me and Boogie here. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate you a lot for that.
Listen, man, I think that, and I hate using cliches, but it's true. No man is an island, right? We live in a society that says you can do anything you want to do, and we live in America. We can't listen. Only in America can you go literally from rags to riches, right? There are people who didn't have a pot to piss in who are now living in mansions. America is one of the very few places you can do it. America is the place you can do it the fastest. But I firmly believe this, man. Individual solo success, to me, there's no fun in that. I mean, I don't know. Like, listen, some guys just like to be lone wolves, and I'm not made that way. I like to do collaborations. I like being around people. I like being around and collaborating with like-minded men, because guys like you keep me sharp. Guys like you keep me solid. Guys like you help keep me on my. Dude, I've been in a long-term relationship now for 4 years. I'm a little softer than I used to be, dude. I'm not like red pill, hardcore, crimson capsule, Donovan Sharpe in the 702. But that of course is just the natural byproduct of my life now. But I feel it is so important that if nobody's obligated to do anything, but me personally, I believe that if you're gonna be successful, you gotta bring other people along, man, because no man can do it on his own. I'm sure that there are some guys out there who are going to try, but to me, success is pointless if you don't have somebody to share it with. That's a reason I have you guys here. That's the reason I'm doing listen, I could do my event with 10 guys. No, I'm trying to bring like 20, 30 guys through, man, because I like doing these collaborations. Do you think that collaboration is necessary for success, or can you go the lone wolf route, like say an Alpha Male Strategies or even a Rouge V?
Wait, Boogie, before you answer that, and I got to give Boogie credit too, because Boogie, you got hate for trying to start a self-improvement seminar. And who was hating on you? It was black men.
It was niggas. Yep.
It was black men. So when I see Donovan, you doing the 7 panel with brothers, and you flying brothers out here,
yeah, man,
taking care of them in a nice hotel room. By the way, I was on Bumble yesterday too. So
word.
You know, but Boogie, like Boogie did the same thing, and Boogie, I'm sorry, but I got to bring this up because it's very relevant. But when Boogie did his little event where he brought in Rom Wills and T-Rod and them, they were trying to call him a scammer.
What?
Boogie, my bad. Go ahead, answer. But it's just it proves the point that I'm trying to make. That's all.
No, you straight. Look, man. I love to do collaborations too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think it builds camaraderie. I come from teamwork.
Yeah.
I come from the military, being on the battlefield.
There you go. Yeah.
Dog, you got to trust the man in front of you. You got to trust the man in back of you, period. That's the way you stay alive, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of dudes, they not going to come from my background, but most guys at least play sports.
Sure. Right. That's very true, yeah.
At some point. But it goes back to black men and our position in society, man. Like, we not used to shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we not used to having shit. We not used to having money, and even some dudes that think they got money in the grand scheme, it's not even money.
Exactly.
And it's really pennies. So, as far as working together, man, I realized, dog, that whole kumbaya, let's lock arms and shit. I'm talking about with YouTube.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody can, man, dog, I'm way off of that shit. Dog, I get with like-minded brothers like we doing today, brothers that's on the same mission. We got the same kind of energy. It's cohesive. And we can really do some things. So for me, like even with my summits, right? I looked at the 21 convention and what Anthony Johnson is doing.
Yeah.
So, shout out to him. I'm like, man, this some fly shit.
Real talk.
But I know he probably started small. You see what I'm saying? And built his way up to what he's doing now. So I'm like, look, that's when I reached out to Rom. That's when I reached out to T-Tall, et cetera, C. Douglas. And I'm going to get some more guys. Like, hopefully, man, like, I can get you guys one.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the budget is real small. Because, you know what I mean?
You got to start somewhere.
From a mustard seed. Right. But once I get the budget up and everything, dog, I'm going to be reaching out to everybody, man. But now that I know how toxic black YouTube is, dog, that list is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, man. And look, because we still keeping it 1,000, Devin. You still keeping it 1,000?
I'm still keeping it 1,000, man. I ain't at 998. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I just making sure. All right, Carson Wentz, 1,000. Okay.
Look, let's go.
Look, man.
Jesus Christ, don't mention him.
A lot of a lot of niggas just like to hear themselves talk, man.
Right.
Nah, man.
Right.
A lot of niggas really don't want to put in the hard work. So, like I was telling Solo over dinner last night, I said Donovan is the hardest working man that I see, you know what I mean, grinding.
Facts.
I'm like, every time I pick up my YouTube feed, he got a new video out.
Facts.
Oh, that's hard work. That's putting your head down. That's grinding. That's out here doing shit that's tangible, man.
Yeah.
So my thing is, the new lane I'm driving in now, I want to throw events. Right?
Yeah, man.
I want to blaze the trail for somebody coming up behind me, and they probably going to look at what I'm doing, check out the blueprint, do it bigger and better. Would I hate on them? Fuck no. I welcome this shit. Men, we compete, dog. Don't hate on the nigga. Compete. Right. Period. Dog, even for guys like, because we hear this name a lot, Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
And as much as we want to beat him over the head with a stick, you know what I mean, because of what he's saying, the motherfucker work about 7-8 books. He's driving around in Atlanta in a Lamborghini. He got a Rolls Royce. Like, he's big time. My thing is, all right, you don't like Derek Jackson? Fair enough. Compete with him.
That's right.
Get your ass to that motherfucking gym.
There you go.
Hang out. Get you a Lamborghini.
There
How
you
many
go.
books you got?
Right.
Oh, none. You only have a fucking ebook. You only have a coloring book.
Yeah, you got you got a camera phone and an opinion.
You got a camera phone and a fucking opinion. You see what I'm saying? So now the tide is going to change. And Kevin Samuels, which you just had him on the show, and I did collaborations with Kevin Samuels.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you remember, you know what I'm saying?
I remember,
so,
yeah.
You know, like back in the day, down there in the A, like me and Kevin Samuels did some collaborations. And a lot of dudes hated on that. Like, we did get some props, but that was the first time people got to see what Kevin Samuels actually do. You know what I mean? Because they heard him talk about image, fragrance, style. But, you know, when Kevin Samuels styled me in different outfits, and, you know, I was way out my comfort zone. You see what I'm saying? I was trying something new, but it was a good experience for me moving forward. So now I have a reference point in my mind on what style is, because I learned from a professional. So I say all that to say this, man. In Black YouTube, the tide is about to change. I don't know if people realize it or not. Some people do. That's why they want to hold on to the old regime.
That's right.
But moving forward, this is going to be the standard.
That's
period.
it. Yep.
Either you going to make some shit happen or you not. Dog, you want to complain about shit? Pardon me. You want to complain about shit? All right. You don't like the child support policies? Fuck you doing about it? Are you attacking these families' courts? Do you even vote? Some niggas don't even vote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing to better your situation as a man? As men, we get shit done. We put our feet on the pavement. We put our money, our muscle, our blood, sweat, and tears, dog, behind what the fuck we believe in. So that's essentially my call to arms.
There we
I'm
go.
tired of fucking hearing black men talk. Black men, you should be tired of hearing yourself talk. What are you doing about your situation? You don't like the way, you don't like our communities, you don't like the women, you don't like the policies, you don't like the system. Dog, at some point, we're going to have to do something about it.
That's right.
And shout out to the brothers that do, but dog, YouTube has set up a place where, and this is my last point, YouTube has set it up where any Tom, Dick, and Harry, any dude that's living in his mother's basement can have an opinion. And the crazy part is they out here grabbing minds.
Man, I swear to God.
Dog, they don't like when me, Solo, and Donovan, we all can be off the panels. We can be in real life. We can be up at 4 fucking star hotels, flying first class,
approaching women
approaching
in the field.
I mean,
white women.
That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
approaching women, eating big steak and big shrimp. Not even shrimp, but the prawn shit.
Prawns, yes, sir.
Because you know the prawns cost you like an extra $6 a piece.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is my element, man,
Yeah,
where
man.
we get shit done. And look, I ain't the richest motherfucker on earth. I'll be the first one to tell you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mind putting my money where my money is.
Right.
I don't mind putting the hard work in to get some shit done. So for me, with the self-improvement summits, man, I got the next one coming up November 7th back in
cool.
Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Dog, it's pretty much sold out. I got about 4 or 5 more slots left, but the shit sell out in about a week. Dog, I'm trying to create a legacy. That's it. That's it. Go ahead, my bad.
And Donovan, what was the second part of that question? Because Well, you said, is it better to be alone?
Yeah, like some guys like to collaborate, and then some guys like to blaze their own trail. Just like you said, Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey, AMS seems to be doing okay. He doesn't really seem to need anybody. So are you? And again, obviously, your team collaboration. But what are your thoughts on that as a whole? Collaboration versus just doing mainly solo work.
Wait, here's the thing, Donovan. The main issue, and me and Boog talked about this in the black manosphere, is that everybody wants to be the alpha. Everybody wants to be the top dog. And Donovan, why hasn't there been like a big like seminar or 21 convention? And I'm not trying to bite 21 convention, but I mean something major like that been put on.
No, you're not trying to bite it, but Anthony Johnson's doing it right, man. Anthony Johnson's got more brothers at his convention than most brothers out here, right?
Right. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, we're still young and new, but guess what? We all had to start somewhere.
That's right.
Like Boog started somewhere, right? Now, me with the collaboration, I've been doing that, like collaborating with different content creators. Because listen, I'm not the smartest guy here in the room, you know, or the smartest person to say.
Might be.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I don't know.
But here's the thing. One of the reasons why my name, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but why my name is good in the spear is that I've collaborated with so many different content creators.
There you go.
And you don't hear a lot of messy shit about me behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Another thing is, Donovan, how many times do you see solo beefing with a black man here or even a white guy here? I don't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when I opened up my platform to do collaborations, which, by the way, I got to charge Negroes for now because I've been letting y'all go for free on too many times.
You're going to start charging.
But one of the things is that I'm not with the BS. I'm not a drama person. I'm actually a very like low-key, private person.
You and I have had these conversations before, yeah.
I like my eggs done, you know, sunny side up. You feel me?
Yes, you do.
I like my blowjob sloppy and wet.
That's right.
And then I like my anime lit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a very low key person. Like, yeah, on the camera I turn up and I have fun because you know that's a side of me.
Sure.
But here's the thing: collaborations help your platform grow.
Yeah.
You feel me? They help to spread the message out there. Here's the thing: me and Boog, we don't agree on everything, but me and Boog do agree on one thing. We want to see people progress. We want to see people do better. Donovan, we probably don't agree on a lot of things either, but we do agree that we want to see men do better.
Right.
What are we going to do? Are we going to be like those incel schminchel guys every Saturday making 8-hour panels every Saturday talking about my jaw is not 90 degrees and I have the belly fat, so I'm not trying to look max, but I'm going to thug max. I mean, all types of weirdo stuff.
Thug max.
It's called. They have a new thing now in the incel community called thug max.
Oh, please tell me that's not true.
That's where you're trying to be as thug as possible. It gets goofy. And so here's the thing, Donovan, when you look at this, and this is where also you got to blame the audience because some of the audience just wants to just always play in the mud.
Yep.
And then as content creators, some of your audience, they do want you to evolve. They want to see you grow. And you said that.
That's right.
They want to see you grow because who wants to see somebody talking to an echo voice chamber for 5 years in a row, making the same type of trash content? You know what I mean? Your audience wants to see you grow.
Right.
Your audience wants to see you move up because it shouldn't come to the point where, you know, you're struggling so much you can't pay your light bill and your cell phone bill or electric bill. It shouldn't come to that point. Now, from an individualist standpoint, even when you look at a guy, and you brought up AMS like him, even he's collaborating now.
Yes, he gets it. He's not an idiot, right?
You know, I mean, with, you know, his disciples, you know, AMS and his 3 disciples, that's what I call it.
Okay.
No shade to anyone, but, you know, they all have basically the same message. But the point I'm trying to say is this, like, for us to expand and grow, we are all going to have to collaborate.
That's right,
but the problem is not everybody's worthy to be collaborated with.
That's right.
There's a lot of, keep it 1,000, Boogie, a lot of fake-ass niggas in this space, a lot of bitch-ass niggas, and they can't come with us. They can't ride with us.
Not only that, they don't. They want the accolades, but they don't want to. Listen, man.
They don't want to put in the work.
Listen, man. This shit is hard. I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been at this, and my growth has been. It's been steady. It ain't, dude. It has not been easy, man. It's taken, dude. I made a shitload of money off of Womanese Volume 2.
Right.
I intended on investing 35 to 40% of it into this project. I end up investing about 75% of it. Like, I have just completely thrown everything that I have into this. That's the only way you grow. But just like you said, in order for us to make an impact, to build a legacy, we gotta do it together. It cannot be, one person can't blaze a trail. It has to be done with everybody. And this is exactly why I'm making this thing tangible.
Yo, I have a question, man.
Okay.
Solo brought up something pertinent that, because my memory's kind of, I don't want to forget. Now, you use the word disciple.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I consider you one of the, biggest red pill guys out here, right? Do you think at this point, well, 2 points I want to make, Donovan.
Okay.
Do you think at this point now the red pill is getting gimmicky? And hold on, let me, because you chopping at the bit. That is getting gimmicky, and that's people way to get on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see that, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't give a fuck what people think, but I think a lot of the brothers are not even educated on the fucking red pill.
No.
You see that man right there, Rolo Tomasi? How many other brothers, I'm talking about some of the more bigger red pill brothers, even read The Rational Man, even know who Rolo is, man?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of the brothers are fucking it up. And that's one of the things, man, that's really turning me off from a lot of different shit. Even though I'm into self-improvement now, and I've been for well over a year now, but I still watch red pill content, man.
Of course.
I still watch, hell, even some MGTOW content if it makes sense.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, dog, this shit is gimmicky now. I see a lot of people, man, all the content is the same. One person do a video on NoFap, 15 other people do a video on NoFap. I'm like, all right. I'm like, look, man, all of y'all fucking urologists now, right? Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
let's
right.
No, because we're supposed to keep it 1,000.
But you're right, though. You're right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I see is carbon copy. So when you got 3 people sitting right here, the polarity is there, dog.
Yes.
We all are completely in different lanes. Nobody can get you, him, or me mixed up.
Right.
Not even close. You see what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about what's going on. I would say some of the things I've seen was back, like even when Solo was coming up, when I first discovered Solo's channel, you actually had to do content, right?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't just press live, go on live, talk
Jesus
shit,
Christ, right.
run a panel with 7, 8 motherfuckers rotating in and out, and you talk for
10
8 hours.
Yeah.
Or fucking 10 hours or whatever the case is, and your message haven't even got out there fluid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing. And when y'all first started, the money wasn't as big as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So that's another issue I see, man. So I think, and I'm going to let you answer the question, but I want to get it all out, D. Dog, it's turning into a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
It's gimmicky as fuck. I'm talking about a lot of the younger black guys are not even educated on who that man is.
That's right.
A lot of them don't even know who you are, which should be a fucking crime in 49 states. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of them don't know what they talking about. I'm talking about if you listen to the content, they don't even know what they talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, we talking about scientifically and factually, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen next. You know what I mean? Because I'm usually good at these kind of projections and prophecies. We talked about it.
Yep.
Dog, some people in corporate are watching these sectors of YouTube. The black
We're getting
manosphere
eyeballs. We're getting eyeballs.
and the
man.
white manosphere. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen next. Somebody with some real money going to come and say, you know what? I got the blueprint. Because a lot of trails are being blazed.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a guy, and they know the statistics. He's going to be over 6 feet. He's probably going to be a jawline nigga.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? He's going to have
Light skin.
Well, that's, but you know what I mean? It's going to be a good looking guy. You know what I mean? Universally good looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They're going to make sure he got a nice place, nice ride. All of the bells and whistles going to be on it.
Articulate.
All they going to do, going to be able to articulate itself, but that doesn't have to be a prerequisite because what they're going to do is they're going to put a script in front of you.
Of course. Yeah.
They're going, so all they going to, it's going to be like Jermaine Dupri and Criss Cross.
Ooh.
Jermaine Dupri found Crisscross in the mall. They already had the swag. They already had the
damn, that's deep, dude.
Like
Damn.
they already was colorful and animated.
Yeah.
All Jermaine did was come through, polish them off, put a script in front of that face, and say, "Yo, y'all be y'all."
They got huge, man.
Just say sold like 10 million records at first with the jump shit, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen. Corporate gonna come.
They're gonna hijack the.
They're
Red
gonna
Pill.
hijack this shit. And nobody's really going to know. Like I say, it's going to be crispy content, just like your setup.
Yeah, right.
The kind of money is going to come to back them up.
Right.
Dog. So dudes got to be careful, man. And the money is large, man.
Sure.
But like I say, with a lot of the new guys, especially like a lot of these younger guys, and I hate to say it, but the brothers, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Yo, let me get your input on that, Donovan.
Let me address the young brothers that don't know what they're talking about. What a lot of the younger brothers, and there are a lot of young black YouTubers out there. And let's get one thing straight right here. There is a difference between a YouTuber and a content creator.
Indeed.
I'm not a YouTuber. I am a listen, any nigga with a smartphone and opinion, okay, you're a YouTuber.
Right.
Not a YouTuber, I'm a content creator.
Facts.
But there are a lot of young brothers out here who are preaching what they believe to be red pill truth. They watched and a lot of these brothers used to be in my chat, and now they have more subscribers than I do, right? So they're very good at sort of regurgitating, sort of parroting what they know. Yeah. Here's why I know that they don't really understand. Because they haven't really had their heart broken yet, right? Like a lot of and don't get me wrong, a lot of these young brothers appear to know what they're talking about. Right. But, man, listen, man, you haven't stared the red pill right in the face unless you've been in an extra fucked up situation with a woman. Dude, I'm telling you, and you guys know my stories, man. Right. I rented that house for that bitch who was fucking her ex-con baby daddy. Her sister told me about the whole scam. I went through that, right? I married a woman who didn't give a damn about me. She was just trying to get out of her parents' house. That's what that was. Dude, I got with a 19-year-old girl who had a 6-year-old kid, right? 6-year-old kid by a dude who was in prison who impregnated her when he was, wait for it, my age. That girl turned my life upside down. These young brothers, they don't have a fucking clue. They have no idea what awaits them. Because here's the thing, that other shoe is going to drop. Right. Some bitch is going to get the drop on them. And I don't say that with malice. That's just how it is. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much game you think you have. There's going to be dude, every bitch has more game than men. Facts. Women understand the game from the time that they're 12 and 13 years old when they start to notice that men are looking at them in a certain, they're like, why am I getting attention from all of these older guys? They don't quite understand it. They know they've got something, but they haven't quite figured it out yet. Then at 14 years old, I understand what's going on now, and then they proceed as such. We don't understand it until we get our heart broken. Girls understand interpersonal dynamics from before the age of consent. That's how far ahead they are. It doesn't matter if you found the red pill at 9 years old. You are gonna get got. So there are a lot of these brothers who ain't been battle tested, man. They haven't been battle tested. They have not had that first heartbreak, and you're gonna be able to tell what happens. All of a sudden, XYZ content creator had made a video in a few days, and his Instagram post, his beard and the lineup ain't looking so tight. Look like there's pictures from inside of his house, and he looks kind of sad. I wonder what happened to him, right? Yeah. As far as the 1,000 people watching, let's get the likes up. The red pill being gimmicky, 100% agree. And my prediction is this: I don't think the red pill is going to be around in 2 years. There's going to be red pill content, but I think what I'm going to end up having to start doing is start moving away from the red pill vernacular. Listen, branch swinging, hypergamy, all of those things they're going to be around forever because they're just fact. But the red pill has been hijacked by people looking for that quick fix. They're looking for the next latest, let's talk about the red pill. Yeah. Let me watch this guy. And again, Rollo Tomasi, for those of you guys who don't know, he is the godfather of the red pill. And I'll never forget this. Jap and I did a Say No to Single Mothers on his channel. Right. And Rollo Tomasi decides to call in, right? Rollo talked for 5 minutes straight. Right. You should have seen the chat. Who in the fuck is this? This guy speaking nothing but facts. And I'm like, that's Rollo Tomasi. You guys don't know who the fuck this guy is? Facts. And again, you have to have some sort of basis of knowledge. And again, in a year or two, we're going to find out who the real red pillars are and who they aren't. And I'm going to end it with this. This is why I seek to take this offline, because I don't own this content. YouTube does.
Right.
When I record it and put it on my drive, that is now my content. YouTube controls whatever. That's why I try to keep it clean. But at some point, I have to branch out in other places. You can't flag an event, right? You can't report an event. You know what I mean? You can't. There is no report button. Right. That's the only way we're going to advance. That's the only way we're going to advance this community is if we start meeting up live and in living color. But the problem is, just like you said, niggas ain't trying to do the work.
Facts.
When it comes, listen, any nigga can. Here's a StreamYard link. Let's go ahead and throw that in there, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can do that.
Anybody.
There aren't many people that are collaborating face to face.
Right.
And dude, I can't even tell you, guys. I got big plans, dude. You can't even believe what is on the horizon. This is the tip of the iceberg. And those who are qualified to come along and help me to push this thing forward, man, we're going to change the world, man. And I know that sounds a little bit hyperbolic, but people are just listen. I was actually checking my DMs today. Yeah. Allegra Hennington sent me another from Dr. Phil sent me another DM. Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? Blah, 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 blah. People are listening. Let me read a couple of super chats here before I forget. Cornerstone Podcast, and people advertise. $5 says, salute you brothers for working together. Lance Rivera says, Donovan bringing down the hammer. That was after I made my, that was after I told the king of the black manosphere that I have hereby commandeered his wannabe ship. Archie Engineer says, shout out to C Boogie, Solo, and Sharpe. Link, $15 says, could you gentlemen speak on what brought you all to the Red Pill? I'll address that in a second. The Sinister Minister. Devin, that is a blast from the past. You remember him? Yeah, Sinister Minister. Excellent show. Very proud of all you guys' success. Dalawasha, $5 says the space should have laws, rules, consequences for capping and frauding. Listen, I totally agree. Boogie, what is your what do you?
Can I
go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. I started, and I'm not trying to make this about me because somebody said something in the chat. But when I started making Red Pill content, right, Boog, I said, how can I differentiate myself from other dudes?
Right.
Because at that time, in 2015, Donovan, as you know, was more POA-ish, more game.
Right.
RSD.
Yeah. Tyler
Mystery
Durden.
Method was still around.
Owen Cook, yeah.
Even though Mystery hasn't really been as active. Although I see his Instagram, he's making moves again. One thing I told myself is, you know what? Because one thing I noticed, even back then, Boog, when people came out, all of a sudden it's like they're this authority figure. I'm Captain America, blah, blah, blah. I'm kicking everybody's ass, taking names. Okay, I didn't want to start like that. So I started the Simtail shit because I wanted guys to understand.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Those were good, man. Yeah.
And you
those
know what?
Really good.
Sound familiar, Simtails.
Man.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's Solo. He's the one that started that shit, man.
I got you.
Yeah, you may have seen other content creators, take the title. But
1,000, right?
Huh?
So we keep it in 1,000,
I keep it in 1,000.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I started the Simtails, Donovan, and I'm talking about my failures with women, how a woman, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to go to the Mall of America at 6. The chick wasn't even there, and I'm waiting for her for an hour. Then she got me driving to Minneapolis in rush hour traffic. The chick was never there, and then I'm being rained on, and I'm ringing the bell, and then the person's telling me, bro, she doesn't live here. And it was a girl on the internet, and she used to live in Minneapolis. She remembered all the places, and she was in North Dakota playing with me the whole time.
Right.
I mean, all these stories, these are stories that, Donovan, I could keep to myself. Like, you could have kept the story to yourself about how you were paying the chick's rent in the house. But these stories show that I'm human. These stories show that I'm not perfect. I had to learn through the hard way. And I'm still learning, Donovan. I'm not perfect.
Of course.
Me and you, we have conversations behind the scene. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got to cuss a chick out. Sometimes I got to go gangster. Sometimes, I still make mistakes.
Right.
But one of the things where I realized this shit was getting gimmicky, Boog, and we talked about this yesterday off camera and on camera when we did a live, is when people started to take this whole simp word way out of context.
Oh my!
You guys
God.
talk to some girl
Stop simping. Yeah,
you guys
simping.
talk to girls simping. Oh, she's wrapping her lips around your cock. That's simping, bro.
How is getting it right?
I'm sorry, Devin. I'm not trying to be that graphic, but the point I'm trying to make is when did it become simping, Donovan, for us to deal with women? I thought this is a space where we can talk about how to be not just better men,
Right.
but also how to deal with women better.
Right.
So now now people want to be authority figures writing anti-dating books about jawlines and how dating coaches are frauds, but yet you have an anti-dating book. What the hell is an anti-dating book? Oh, it's a book on dating, but we're not giving dating advice. We're just giving you dating truths. Well, isn't that really a dating book?
Kind of what
C-Book?
yeah, right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it has become gimmicky in the sense now where people don't understand even the basics, Donovan, like
Yeah,
simping.
man. Yeah.
Talking to women is not simping. When we having discussions, see Boogie, and you can tell the Red Bull is kicking in there. When we having discussions about approaching versus choosing signals, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that on the 7.
Approaching a signal is beta. And then alpha is when you get choosing signals. When that niggas lost me, Boog. That's when niggas lost me, because now you guys are trying to itemize it down to such semantics that are silly,
Right.
that are not real.
Yeah.
I mean, we're having okay, guess what? Back in the day, Donovan, the debate, and I know you'll know this, was should you approach indirect or direct?
Right.
Now we talking about choosing signals versus approaching, Boog. A nigga like me will never get pussy then. That's a fact. If I'm waiting for choosing signals,
I think that's an excuse, though. I think that's an excuse, though. People say, and I remember back in the day, well, I just wait for the girls to come to me. Well, then, my man, it's going to be a long wait. Girls don't have to approach you. Yeah. And this is what we were talking. We actually had this discussion before, choosing signals versus actually approaching. Then, of course, there's indirect versus direct game. I think, see, Boogie, a lot of these I don't even want to call them black pill guys. It's so much easier just to sit around and complain, right? Yeah. It's just easier. That's why these black pill channels are blowing up, because guys just don't want to do the work. But where they pay on the back end is they're always living lives of regret. If a man really wants to give up, he should just shut the fuck up and just go complain to himself. But they really want the information. That's why they're always watching. That's why they start channels talking nothing but shit about because they really want the information. So what are your thoughts on guys who have taken the red pill, but they're anti-red pill? If you approach women, you are simping.
Those guys, man. Man, that's a hell of a question.
Yeah, man.
Let me see. I think some people want to be contrary for the sake of being contrary.
Yeah, contrarians, yeah.
It's they just like provocateurs, man. They want to kind of get noticed, and that's the only way that they could get noticed, man. If they just say something so outlandish, right, that it's just going to bring some attention their way. And I understand that mentality with some guys, but my thing is, this is why what we doing right here is going to shake the game up.
That's right.
Because it's like, well, okay. If you want to be contrary, show me.
Yeah, right.
Like, real talk, show me. If you can show me this shit, whatever it is in real life that you doing that's getting you laid, that's so unconventional that if approaching a woman is simping, if you can show me that shit, I'll shut my channel down.
Right.
That's how confident I am. That is bullshit. And so anybody can say anything, dog, behind an avatar with some crazy name.
Right.
Young Screen Door 99526,
what?
Lower House Phone 2530, just these crazy ass names and shit.
Wow.
Anybody can say anything, but like I say, man, all of that type of shit, where everything is simping. Some people might say you having a lady is simping, which is utterly ridiculous. I'm like, dog, stop. So
yeah.
Me personally, man, I try not to even get into that shit. Or then you got the other guys on the other side of that coin where, these guys have lived a life of taking no losses. Like, they never had an issue with women.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they just them niggas. They never took one loss. Yo, fuck that.
I don't care how hot she is. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
like,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
him. You know what I mean? Bitch, bow down and kiss my boots. Then you got them kind of guys. So, it's not enough authenticity in it.
Yeah.
Because, look, if you a guy in your 40s and 50s, that's one thing. But for these younger guys, man, they need the proper coaching. Because we all know in society, man, it's a lack of masculinity going on. A lot of dudes are missing dads, big brothers, shit like that. So, these guys are really looking for leadership, man. You see what I'm saying? And one of the biggest things that I notice is when they online, one of the worst things you can be called is a simp. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you caping for women and shit like that. But some dudes do really want a girlfriend. And
most of them do, dude.
Most of them do,
man.
So even on my channel, I had to change the culture so some dudes, they can feel comfortable in that lane because everybody's not going to be a player.
Right.
Everybody's not going to be a womanizer, man.
Right.
Some guys just want a girlfriend. Life is easier like that. Go to work, come home, fuck his bitch. That's it. Dog, life is good. We all happy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's only so many platforms that they can go and say that. Or they would be called the simp, man. So what we doing is so dangerous, man, because now when we take this shit to the streets, dog,
You can't stop us
now
then,
you
man.
gotta prove. Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
you can't stop us.
That's right.
And now everything you said, you gotta back that shit up, and you gotta make it manifest online, dog.
Yeah, like you can't. Let's see. This is why I'm pushing this forward, because the way I'm doing things is it's almost like a strainer. There's a lot of guys that talk a lot of shit online, right? This has got to be the new standard. This is the new standard, and if you're not doing it this way, no one's gonna take you seriously. I did this on purpose, right? Because again, we got a lot of fake fucks out there. We got a lot of fake fucks out there with substantial followings. This is going to separate us. And again, if you're not doing it this way, people are just not going to trust you. Because at some point they're going to be like, okay, well, this guy's got people coming in. He's putting on events. He's got courses. Yeah. All this dude does is a Sunday Rumble, right? Like at some point, and again, some people want to be entertained. I want an audience that wants to be educated. Can I be entertaining sometimes? Sure, but a lot of times it's not on purpose. Scott with the $10 super chat says, see Boogie, the OG, Donovan, one of the Red Pill Godfathers in the making, Solo TV, and very underrated content, and also one of the OGs. This is history in the making.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Anti-Gravity74, $10, says, seems extreme MGTOWs and black pill incels hijacking and poisoning new guys, just getting in the community and younger cats. 17, 18-year-olds listening to guys who gave up in life. It's pretty sad. That's what it is, man. Right. That's why the black pill has just grown, because a lot of guys have an experience. Listen, they experience a little bit of a heartbreak in high school. They're pissed off at women, as we all get at some point, and they cross over to the dark side, and you can't rescue them, man. It really is incredible.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I was looking for my water. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Book. Go ahead.
And that's another thing that's dangerous too, man. Because if a guy's online and all he's speaking about is his wins, and he's saying he never took a loss, well, a lot of young guys gonna think, well, that's the standard.
Yep.
Even though this guy could be fucking lying, even though this guy
is lying,
right. Even though this guy could be living in the house with his parents.
That's right.
But at that point, it doesn't matter, dog. And it's fucking up a lot of these young dudes, man. Straight up and down. Do you know how many consultations I get? And they come over to me like, yo, Boogie, I used to listen to such and such. I'm not going to say no names and shit. But I used to listen to such and such and such and such. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, I've noticed. Yes. I've noticed over some time, I was listening to this guy, but then they had to be honest. They was like, Boogie, I just was mad at women right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, I just was upset at women, but I'm over the rage, and they didn't have anything else to offer.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. They didn't have nothing else to offer and shit. It was like, you know, but I understand now. I need to improve.
That's right.
I need to get my shit together. Dog, we all do in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
So why not? I'm not going to call you a simp. Fuck it. Do what you got to do, whether you work out, make more money, you know, whatever, right? You know what I mean? Get yourself in position where you could be a shot caller. Period.
Listen, what are your thoughts on that? Because we all go, when we find the red pill, we all go through the anger phase. My assertion is that black pill guys, incels, you know, I guess we can call them vol cells because you could pay for it, but then I want it to mean something. Okay, whatever.
Right.
Guys who have chosen to give up, not only to give up, they're not slinking away. They want to shout from the highest mountaintops, come with me.
Yeah.
Abandon women, call men who actually admit that they are heterosexual and like women, and call them simps. I think that low-level MGTOW and black pill guys are simply guys who do not make it out of the anger phase. I think, Solo, most men who find the red pill don't make it out of the anger phase, man. Do you think that's accurate, inaccurate, spot on? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's very accurate. And let me just say this. Boog, you know this. Donovan, you know this too. I've taken a lot of fucking L's in this game,
Jesus.
bro. I've taken a lot of L's, not just with women,
Dude.
but just in general. Also with other content creators and behind the scenes stuff that I'm not going to get into. I've taken a lot of L's. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Did I learn from the L's? That's the key part. Because to me, if I learn from it, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And one of the things I remember, I had guys say, man, I wish Solo went back to making that MGTOW content when he used to shit on these bitches. And Solo now is having these interviews trying to talk to these girls and flirt. Like, here's the thing, Donovan. A couple of years a couple of years ago, I had lost my job. I became depressed. I put on a bunch of weight. I lost about 60 pounds. Put on 25 back on. Thanks, COVID. I'm more, just keeping it real.
1,000.
Appreciate that.
But I was in a dark place in my life.
Yeah.
So a lot of that content that you heard in 2016, 2017, and early 2018, that when I was really cooking is because I was in a very mentally dark place in my life. And I wasn't really doing well with women at that point. Let's be honest.
Right.
What changed, like I was telling Boog, I went through sort of like I had something happen. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like kind of like, yo, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. That's when I started to do the monk mode where I just took a couple months off and then no fap and stuff like that.
Okay.
Donovan, late 2018, 2019, I was like Terrell Owens in this prime. The way I was catching them, like, psh,
Ah, you stupid.
like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it got to a point. I remember one time I was at work and I had like 5 matches on Bumble like that.
Wow, that's
I hit
a lot
the
for a
field.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? I had 3 dates in one night.
Damn.
3 dates. You know, Donovan, you know the concept of stacking dates, right?
Of course, absolutely.
But who would have
of course.
thought
They all showed?
All showed.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Holy
Like,
shit.
So when you start to experience stuff like this, and then people are saying, "Oh, Solo, I wish you would go back to really going in on women like you used to."
Mm-hmm.
It's like I was telling Boog yesterday off camera. It's like I'm in a different place.
Yeah,
That's why you don't hear me go so hard on women like that. I mean, I still do.
Sure.
This one chick, if she keeps mentioning my name, you know who you are. You know what I mean? You clout chaser. Kevin Samuels cooked you, and then I recooked you.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this that same bitch?
Yeah. That one chick. She keep coming for me. You know what I'm saying?
Which wig did she wear when she came for you, by the way? Was it the curly wig or was it the one with the straight hair?
I don't know. All I know is she had like this gothic looking necklace and then this like
Wow.
Taylor Swift sundress on, trying to appear all
Yeah, she's
wholesome.
27 but looks 47.
Yes, and she lives with her mama house, but she is a venture capitalist who
my
makes
God.
6 figures.
Oh, Jesus fucking
You know
Christ.
what I'm saying?
Ay.
But the reality is, Donovan, when you look at the content now that, the growth, and some of it has been small, right?
Yeah,
But
of course.
I'm trying to interject more of the positivity, more of, maybe different content, even esoteric, you might say.
Okay.
They don't get a lot of views, let's be honest.
of course
right?
not.
Because everybody likes the effery, right, Book?
Right.
Let's keep it 1,000.
Well, niggas like the fuckery, right?
Exactly.
Right.
But when I hear these incel guys talk, for example, a concept that is not talked about enough that I always bring up on the 7 is having a social circle.
Yes.
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? And Book, we talked about this off camera. He says, there are a lot of guys in these spaces, they don't even have a wingman. You feel me?
Wow,
They don't
yeah.
even have a dude they could call on a Friday or Saturday. Yo, let's hit the field. Or maybe just a dude. Y'all ain't even got to hit the field. Like, let's play Madden. Yeah. The only friend, Donovan, they might have is when they watch you or they watch me or they watch Boog. Then that's where they may have some kinship. But there are a lot of guys out here, man. They're living lonely lives.
Yeah.
And the black pillars, they exemplify that the
Wow.
most. And I think
Wow.
a lot of things is for you to be able to grow as a person, you have to recognize that, okay, we all have messed up things happen to us,
Sure.
Donovan, right? Your mom might be an evil person. Your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, Boog, did you dirty. But at the end of the day, are you going to be a victim or are you going to stand the fuck up and say,
right.
you know what, I'm going to change. I'm going to change the situation. Because for you to be able to grow, you can't just keep pointing fingers at everybody.
Yeah.
Regardless, 3 of them going to be pointing back at you, Boog.
Right.
So you got to stand up and tell yourself, am I going to keep playing the victim or am I going to take ownership of my situation because I don't want to live this type of life anymore. I want to be the guy having fun on the weekends or traveling.
That's right.
I want to be the guy, waking up like C Boogie with 2 women what are you going to do? Are you going to keep complaining? You know what I mean? And a lot of guys do that. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of merit. But when you make an 8-hour Saturday night live streams and crying with other men, how's that edifying your spirit? How's that helping you grow?
Right.
You feel me? Don't get me wrong, Donovan. Sometimes, let's be honest. We have a beer. Let's shoot the shit. Okay, your wife is doing this or your girlfriend is doing this, blah, blah, blah. But every fucking Saturday, miss me with that shit.
Listen,
my language.
Listen, the reason they do this is they secretly want to live the lives we live. That's what it is. And listen, if they really did just want to slink away and go away, then they would do it. But they want what we have. Right. These 8-hour live streams, that is a cry for help. That's a cry for help. Somebody please help us. MGTOW Dictionary, this Southern Israelite guy who probably has a crush on me. All of this stuff
their names. Now they're going to get a boner because it's their names.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm not responsible for any messed up clothes. Jesus Christ. But all of these guys secretly want, and they would never admit it out loud, right? Southern Israel would probably call my hotline again. Right. Yeah, I'd never want to. Listen, dude. That dude would trade places with me tomorrow if he could. Facts. And he knows it, but he doesn't want anybody else to know. This is why they do 8-hour live stream. It's just like a bitch who says, fuck, man, I can't stand it. I had a consultation client, actually my very first consultation client. He called me up. He'd been fucking with this bitch for 2.5 years. He says, I don't know what to do. She told me, she blocked my number. She yelled at me. She left me this long voicemail and told me she never wanted to talk to me again. I said, what's the problem? She never wants to talk to me again. I said, bruh, relax. Within 48 hours, she's going to contact you. You want to know who's on her mind? You are. Facts. And you don't understand that unless you have experience, which, by the way, that is in Womanese Volume 2. Bernard Obi, $20 super chat, says, those who say approaching and dealing with women at all is, quote, simping are men who are afraid to put in the work. They want to get better with women without dealing with women and build that scar tissue. Shout out C Boogie. The Marfuki Man, $20, says, to the family who never asked me to be a part of it. Thank you very much for that. Eric Macedo, $5, says, so a red pill top level is basically a pimp? Who the hell said that? I think you misunderstood something. Scott, $5, says the live/interview podcast is the new frontier for the red pill content. Best part about it is that it separates from the real fakes in this game. Real talk. Chris Von Erich, $10, says, Donnie, great show, and shout out to Solo and C Boogie. Allow me to take some time. Devin, if you want to hit the Womanese Volume 3 here. So this, actually, coming up in 6 days, I am going to be releasing the Shit Test Compendium. The Shit Test Compendium is a course, okay? It is my course. It is a course that has over 100 of the most common shit tests girls deploy. When you purchase the Shit Test Compendium, you will be able to pass every shit test she deploys. You'll never get caught off guard. You'll always have the right answer. Guys, I talk about shit tests on dates. I talk about shit tests in relationships. I even talk about comfort tests. You will be able to pass them all. As a bonus, when you get the Shit Test Compendium, you also get the Gold Digger Guide. What the Gold Digger Guide is going to do, guys, it's going to, and what a lot of guys don't understand, you guys probably agree with this, gold diggers don't just go after, there you go, they don't just go after rich guys anymore. They go after guys who are making 6 figures. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're not just going for 7-figure and 8-figure niggas anymore. They're going for guys who make $80,000 and $90,000 a year. Not guys who are broke but have a considerable amount of a discretionary income. Right. These girls aren't after his car payment. They're not after his mortgage. They're after what he has at the end of the month. These are the guys who buy girls' boob jobs. These are the guys who pay their bills. That's a lot of my audience. A lot of guys don't understand that girls target them regardless of their financial status. The Gold Digger Guide will help you see right through it. 40+ gold digger tells as preached by gold diggers himself. Also, as an added bonus, you will get the Masculine Excellence Lifestyle Kit. Gentlemen, this is 50+ hours of content that cannot be found anywhere. Not on YouTube, not on Facebook, Twitter, nowhere. And the reason why I know this is because YouTube took this content down. It's got the Legends Archive. Over a dozen episodes with Rolla Tomasi, Alan Roger Curry, Illimitable Man. It's got the Diet and Fitness Guide. Every episode I have ever done with Myron Gaines on diet, fitness, and nutrition will be included in that particular kit. Then there's Preventative Intel, Baby Trapping, Gold Diggers Again, and Notch Count. This is 50+ hours of knowledge. As an added bonus, you will also get the entire first season of The Seven. That's right. all 15 episodes of the 7, which is over 28 hours of content, you're going to get the audio and the video version. We're going to talk about how to handle tens, cold approaching versus IOIs we talked about earlier, interracial dating, why guys give up on long-term relationships, how to stop getting tricked by sluts. You can't find this stuff anywhere on YouTube. Donovan Sharpe, myself, Kevin Samuels, Myron Gaines, Steve the Dean Williams, SoloTV84, Mr. Lucario, and Minister Jap, all on deck. Another bonus you're going to get the entire first season of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe. That's correct. Every past, present, and future episode of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe is going to be included with these bonuses. Guys, this is another 25 hours of content. Myron Gaines, Terrence Pop, Mr. Lucario, Steve the Dean Williams, Kevin Samuels, SoloTV84, C Boogie, Hotep Jesus, who's going to be here on Tuesday, Minister Jap, who's going to be here on Friday, Aaron Clary, who's coming in here on November 7th, and Coach Greg Adams. You will get both video and audio versions of that particular course. The last thing, this is probably going to be the best thing. When you purchase, pardon me, I had something in my throat. When you purchase the Shit Test Compendium, I will give you a purchase credit towards Womanese Volume 3, which will be released on Black Friday of 2020. That is November 27th of 2020. You will get a discount in the amount of your purchase of the Shit Test Compendium. So a lot of guys are saying, well, wait a minute. And by the way, if you're enrolled in Womanese, you already have that. You're going to have access to all this information. So a lot of guys will say, well, wait a minute. What if I want to get Womanese Volume 3? I don't want to pay for the Shit Test Compendium and then turn around and pay for Womanese Volume 3. Not to worry. I will deduct your purchase price from Womanese Volume 3. You can literally have it both ways. Gentlemen, this is over 115 hours of content you're going to get. I'm going to give it to you at 40% off for 1 weekend only. This starts October 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. At midnight on the 12th, it goes right back to the regular price. If you want to be notified immediately when the course drops, text STEST to 313313. Again, that is STEST to 313313 to be notified immediately via text when it drops. You can also sign up for my newsletter, donovansharpe.com/newsletter, if you want to be notified via email. That is the Shit Test Compendium that is dropping next Friday on October 9th, which will also be when Minister Jap is in here. So that'll coincide very nicely with that. Let's see. Anti-Gravity 74, $5, says, I knew things were starting to go left when people said, quote, improve yourself, and there was massive pushback from some of that. Absolutely. Book of Alpharonomy, $50 super chat, says 8 hours is crazy. I can only do 1.5, maybe 2 tops. We will not agree on everything, brothers, but we agree that dealing with women and life from a position of power is the essence of masculinity. Salute to you men for the work you do. Appreciate that, Book of Alpharonomy. MJ Roberts, $10, says, I don't get the, quote, black pill thing. If you have any social life at all, women want to be a part of it. Plus, if some lady wants to chip a tooth on my belt buckle, sounds good. That's good. That's funny. Red Pill Mike, $100 super chat, says, being half Sicilian and half Northern Italian. Wow, I was brought up with the red pill through culture. I agree with Don. Until your heart is destroyed, you never truly embrace it. The earlier, the better. I had my slap of truth when I was 13. I've never looked back. So listen, guys, this has been fantastic. I wanted to ask Devin one more thing before we round third and head for home. We have all dated white women, right? Allegedly. Do you get because Devin, what a lot of black women will say when we say this, well, we don't give y'all dirty looks when we walk by. When you and I are at the store, at the mall, at dinner, how do black women look at you? How do black women look at me?
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They treat us really bad.
Oh my God.
It's been so bad to the point where we've had to just leave the table and go to the bar and sit down there because at least the person would serve us.
Yep.
Like we've had people come by and look at us and say, I'll be right back, and not come back for 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
It's to the and I don't like terrible service. I get really pissed off.
She's a white girl, right?
That's
why. She's like, where's our waiter? I'm like, bitch, we sat down 15 seconds ago. Hold your horses.
It's not that bad, but
it's that bad.
But I mean, when you're sitting there paying for a meal, you expect service. So
I haven't paid anything yet. But no, you're right. Like, all jokes aside, yes, when we have a black we don't, and it's funny, we haven't had a black waitress in a while.
No.
I can't remember the last time we had a black waitress.
Right, but if it's a black guy, all of a sudden it's like,
yeah.
how can I help you?
Oh yeah, he's refilling my. I'm like, dude, like I've taken 2 sips out of the water. He's like overfilling my glass. Looking at her, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's up. All right, bet.
Yeah, I mean, I never realized what how. I guess I've never experienced. Is that racism? I don't know.
That's not racism. That's just hate.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
Well, I don't know, but for me, it was a wake up call. Like I've never really understood that actually happens to people.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, well, now I know.
Yep. So the next time we get seated by Swantasha, we might want to change seats.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin T-Taw, $10 super chat says salute to. Oh, you know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to see Boogie's?
He says salute to the next level on display, gentlemen. This was a lot of fun, man. This is one of the more insightful discussions I think I've had on this panel. I didn't get to any of the questions that were asked because this was an excellent discussion. So give your final salvo on where you believe, because listen, man, there's going to be a white manosphere, there's going to be a black manosphere. I tried to say there's going to be, listen, black men identify with other black men. That's just all there is to it. Where do you see this thing going with the black manosphere? Where could it go? How do we get there?
Well, for me, man, I'm gonna be 1,000. It's been the thing for the day. 1,000, man. You know, a while back, man, I disassociated myself from the black manosphere, and I don't. Besides the people that I have relationships with, I don't speak on it. You know what I mean? I speak on things that's pertaining to C Boogie and Dime Game Division, but I've been vocal about some things, man. And so, look, besides the relationships with guys that I have, dog, I'm just kind of doing my own thing. It's nothing personal against anybody.
Sure.
I wish everybody success, but if the new standard is not this, I'm talking about for the white manosphere or the black manosphere.
Yeah, right.
Like, if this is not the new standard, man, then me personally, I don't want no part of that shit.
Okay.
I'm tired of just lip wrestling, tongue wrestling. You know what I mean? Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got something to say. Everybody got advice. Some motherfuckers can tell you how to solve global warming and what's going on Mars, but they can't stop that fucking cholesterol. Real talk. They can't. The shit, it just doesn't add up to me, man.
Right.
The motherfuckers, it's just all over the place, man. So I wish everybody success, man. It's enough out here for everybody to eat. I'm always looking for guys to collab, do business with, if it makes sense.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? But for me, man, all of my aspirations, like me and Solo was speaking on last night in dinner, all of my dreams, my aspirations, things I'm working hard to, it's pretty much off of YouTube. This is my new reality.
Yeah, man.
Period.
Yeah.
So anybody that's going in this direction, whether they with the white manosphere, black manosphere, whatever, dog, if we can go in the same direction and make moves, make money, and pretty much, man, just fucking take over the world, man. That's just really what I'm about, global domination and hollering at some bitches that suck the spit off the thigh. Like, yo,
straight up.
Like, you ever get some head so good that she sucked the spit off the thigh? I mean, God bless those women.
Wow.
We give them all the protection and provisions. But, yeah, go ahead, Solo.
Hey, real talk. Like,
Real motherfucking talk.
That's that shit. Like, damn, why am I thinking about marrying this goddamn broad? Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me take the ring off my man. I swear to God. Dry as hell. Dry as a motherfucker. Don't even take a shower. Listen, I know what you're talking about. Solo, where do you see this thing headed? Is because, again, we've made the declaration. I am commandeering the quote-unquote black manosphere or the Negro manosphere from the person who believes he's in charge. He's not in charge. He's no longer in charge. We run this, not him. Is this the way to do it?
Donovan, why you gotta get me in the middle of it?
I know.
You know I'm gonna get a text message after
Listen,
this.
check this out. Listen, none of these guys had anything to. This is actually just on a whim.
Right.
My commandeerment or whatever. And it's funny because the powers that be, they're gonna make videos on this. He's not taking. Nigga, it's done. It's over, man. And enjoy it while you can, because come next summer, it's a wrap for you guys, man. Listen, you'll have your little channel and you'll have a little influence, but no one's going to pay you any serious attention anymore. No one's going to listen to nigga bullshit anymore. Right. Black men are tired of that. Niggas aren't. So you can have the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Daquans in the world. I'll take the real brothers who are really trying to make moves in life. You can have them niggas. Go ahead, Solo. And Solo didn't have anything to do with that.
You know what, Donovan? I think that I've noticed this personally in the last maybe 2 years. I think that there are a lot of men that they're angry, but they don't want to be victims. They want actionable advice.
Yes. Oh,
but
wow.
More importantly, they want their content creator to live by what they're saying.
That's right.
You know, see, Boog brought this up to me. There's certain content creators, they talk super red pill, Superman red pill, but they're living blue pill. You know what I'm saying? one thing that I always pride myself on, and I know you do as well, Donovan, is that we're authentic guys.
That's right.
We're not perfect guys.
Right.
You know, and you know, Donovan has been a great behind the scenes. Like, we've done some stuff. I don't want to get into it, but it's kind of like, if I wasn't the guy that I said I was or couldn't do it,
you would not have been on the 7.
Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Donovan asked me to do something, I said, I bet, you know, and I got that done. But if I was talking shit and I couldn't get it done, then it was be like, yo, bro, I thought you could set this up. You know what I'm talking about?
You came through for it, nigga, man. You came through.
You know, it took a while, but I got it done. But
actually, it didn't really take that long. Listen, I can
me,
tell.
yeah.
Listen, I can tell everybody what he's talking about. All of the models for Womanies Volume 3 came from this guy. Like, this guy, dude, and he sent me like maybe a dozen, over a dozen.
Yep.
I settled on 3 of them, but they all came from this guy. I said, Solo, I need some bad white bitches. What you got? Yeah. He lined them up. But but again, that's what we need. I need guys I can rely on.
Right.
We need to rely on each other because nobody can do this alone.
Facts. And I think that more importantly, Donovan, we're at an impasse right now in the manosphere. Yeah. And there's a civil war of some sort going on, Boog, where you have certain, in the black manosphere anyway, there's a civil war where you have guys that want to elevate, and that's where I think that whole high value man argument is coming from.
Yep.
And there are guys who want the status quo to remain the same so that they can keep making videos with one picture and talk from their echo chamber voice box or whatever. You know what I mean?
have nothing to do with that.
And the reality is, like, doing seminars like Boog, you've been doing, Donovan.
Yeah.
I think that the audience wants that. They want that interaction with the content creator. They want to experience the brotherhood or companionship in person. Well, companionship might not be the best word, but you guys get the point.
No, but it is companionship. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that also for me, Donovan, and I've said this before, is seeing how you grind has been motivating. Why you think I got a green screen now and a new microphone? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, because Donovan
gotta step up my game.
When Donovan does his little video of the studio where he got the TV screen set up and stuff, I was like, bro, what am I doing? What's my excuse? You know what I'm saying? So, like, even with Boog, we had the conversation yesterday. I said, yo, Boog, man, I'm really, you know, I was doing well with the COVID, losing the weight, but then I met this girl and I got lazy, blah, blah, blah. And Boog is like, Boog's like, yo, bro, you just got belly fat. You ain't really that bad. Just stop eating that much.
Right.
And, you know, so, but guess what? We need that stuff to hold us accountable.
That's right.
You feel me? Because let's say 6 months from now I see Boog and I haven't lost any weight. Boog, you better get on me.
He's gonna be on his ass. Yes, sir.
You better, you know what I mean? So I think that the point I'm trying to say is that the audience, Donovan, and you've always mentioned this, they want to see growth. Yes. They want to see the content creator grow. But I also think that we're at a space now where it's good to talk about some of these things in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah.
It's good to, like, just talking to Z Boogie about some of this stuff, about YouTube, behind the scenes, on the scenes. Like, I can't do that with my regular friends because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No. Excuse my language. And then in regards to the black and white manosphere, we have similar experiences and different experiences. I think in regards to if we're talking about what's going on in society with feminism, with how men are being ostracized, mental health, we've talked about that book. Suicide with men is at an all-time high. It don't matter, black or white. We're one and the same. Nobody gives a fuck about men's issues. Nobody gives a fuck about men's suicide, men's depressions, men's anxiety. Nobody gives a fuck about that. But we talk about that in this space. Right. That's very important. And I don't care if you're black or white. That is an issue that every man is being affected by.
That's right.
So it's very important that we stick together. Now, I'm open to working with anybody. I don't care about race, color, as long as you are authentic, as long as you're not off the deep end making 8-hour videos talking about your jaw and how you're going to have lip surgery and jaw surgery.
Oh, Jesus.
We cool. But at the end of the day, the main thing is that we have to realize that we as men, whether you're black, Boog, or white, or mixed, or whatever, Donovan, we're all in this shit together.
That's right. That's right. I agree, man. And if we're all in it together, then we're gonna have to conquer this together, man. Guys, this has been great. This has been a top level discussion, man. This was we really talked about a lot of hard topics. Guys, Tuesday we are going to be Tuesday we're going to be in another studio. I have upgraded studios. We're moving studios this coming Monday. We're going to have Hotep Jesus in here on Tuesday afternoon at 3:00 Eastern, noon Pacific.
The MILF Hunter. That's what I call him.
Oh, is that?
Because he always talks about MILFs on his Twitter.
No shit. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
ask him about white MILFs. That's his
okay.
Hotep
Well,
Jesus.
that's gonna add a whole other dimension to that conversation. Looking forward to that, guys. It's been real. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you. We'll see you on Tuesday at 3:00. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 for the 7.